want to ask you a final question. You've been generous and gracious, with time, so I'm deeply appreciative, and I think our audience will be too. I play for my class a sermon by Prathia Hall. The sermon's at Hampton, and the sermon's entitled Between a Wilderness and a Cliff. And in the middle of the sermon, you know how black preachers do. We'll preach along and we'll call out a name. And she was preaching and she says, "Walter?" And I've always wondered, was that you? I think it was.
Mm-hmm. We were friends.
Go ahead, tell me about it.
Prathia, to me, was one of the greatest black preachers of our era. Not one of the greatest women preachers, one of the greatest preachers. Great preachers may be known for the powerful sermons and wonderful messages they preach, but a great preacher can be distilled to one sentence. And Prathia's was a prophetic sentence. Mm-hmm. And this is why she was great, because everything grew from the root of this prophecy. She said, you can't preach liberation and live in bondage. And from that emanated all of her preaching. Mm-hmm. You can't preach liberation and live in bondage. I thought the world of Prathia Hall when she just was. She was the prophet who wore the prophet's mantle. And what I mean by that is, her church was not big. Mm-hmm. Oh, by no stretch of the imagination. She ministered in a climate that did not always welcome her presence. She preached with an audacity that should have been reserved for men. She gave everything she had in a race to which she would seldom win applause. But she never quit because she refused to live in bondage. And there was inside the mystery of her misery a place of satisfaction. I so appreciated her.